What's up, guys? It's Steve Cardenas, aka Rocky the Red Power Ranger, and you are watching Smart Tank Revolution.
And welcome back to the Smart Tank Revolution, where we always kick out at 2. I am your host, flying solo today, the benevolent, intelligent Mr. Donnie Wonderful, aka Big Time Donnie. And I had to turn on this microphone because I have something to rant about. Now, Smart Tank Revolution, we are wrestling degenerates. No pun intended for DX, but like, we love wrestling here. Just like you, our lovely and loyal supporters of the channel. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for commenting, and thank you for liking, and please continue to do so. But with that being said, I mean, we pride ourselves with staying abreast on what's going on in wrestling through various forms of media. I mean, hell, you're listening to a wrestling YouTube channel / podcast. That's one way. We watch everything, and then we always have been fans of reading the dirt sheets and just, other columns related to this beautiful world of sports entertainment / professional wrestling. So I get a lot of things sent to our email, and I bookmark a lot of articles that I intend to read later. Now, I'm a few weeks behind. This one in particular that I wanted to plug this mic on and rant about, with the pun intended, comes from Screen Rant. And this was published January 27th, 2023. So about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, about 2.5 weeks ago from today. The subject line was, "Who will win the Royal Rumble?" ? And underneath it, in quotes, that person should be Sami Zayn. And when I was scrolling through my inbox and I saw that I had bookmarked this to read and to discuss before the Royal Rumble event happened, I remember the feeling of excitement and vigor, and then common sense just swarm over me. And the reason why common sense came over me is because of where we were in the Bloodline Sami Uso story. Now, by this time, obviously, I'm not giving any spoilers if you haven't seen the Royal Rumble, or if you've been living under a rock. Sami Zayn is no longer associated with the Bloodline. In fact, he's feuding with them. And in a week from now, February 12th, it is now February 12th, 2023. But a week from now, he will be at Elimination Chamber in Montreal in front of his real family, challenging the tribal chief for all the marbles. And before I continue on down this tangential rant, I have no idea how long this is going to be, I want to spend a special shout out to my colleague and the co-anchor of the Smart Tank Revolution YouTube channel and podcast, Mr. Joey Business. We just spent a Friday evening at SmackDown, Mohegan Sun. It was phenomenal. Jey Uso came back. It was beautiful. Paul Heyman had an incredible promo at the beginning of the show. It was wonderful. With that being said, we're going to jump back in the time machine and go back about, 15 days when this was written. My math may be off, but sue me. But anyway, the common sense here, and I'm going to go over some of this. The common sense was, if Roman Reigns had been announced, had Sami Zayn been announced to join the Royal Rumble, what would have been the motivation of him actually winning it had he not turned on the Bloodline way beforehand? Because Raw 30 would have been the time to do it, with the trial of Sami. The trial of Sami Zayn, that would have been the time to do it if they were to go that route. But I feel like that would have been more of a Vince move. Hunter, Trips Triple H, I think, planned this out really well by having the turn happen at the main event in Royal Rumble and have that being the lasting image you saw before the event went off. So now we wanted to tune in Monday to see what the aftermath or what the afterbirth was going to be. Had it been Vince, I think that that the Royal Rumble would have ended either with Cody winning or Sami Zayn. If this was a year ago, I can see that happening. I can see Raw 30. We get the babyface turn, Sami Zayn. He's incredibly over, and going into, I guess, the trial of Sami, he would have been found guilty. And he ultimately would have got his revenge by winning the Royal Rumble. Aside from Cody, you weren't going to find a bigger pop, a greater or louder pop for a potential Royal Rumble winner, more so than Sami Zayn, who's incredibly over. That's a Vince move. But let's go down on this article, who was written by, does it say who was written by? By Franklin Steele. Shout out to Franklin Steele. And every time Sami Zayn's name is mentioned, it's underlined. And so I'm just going to, trim off the fat and get straight to the good stuff. So he says, Sami Zayn feels like the right choice to go on the main event WrestleMania. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. In a perfect world, under Vince's rule, that would happen. You would have the Tribal Chief wrestling on both nights, and I think Roman Reigns is a big name and a great star to do that. Seeing that he has 2 belts, he's unified the titles, I can definitely see Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns in night 1, and then building up a program with Cody in night 2. And regardless whether he wins one or he loses them both, Roman Reigns in this historical title run, he can ride off in the sunset for a while, give him a few months off. We don't see him until SummerSlam. Well, SummerSlam's kind of predictable, so we don't see him until Survivor Series or one of the premium events sandwiched in between those two, where he makes another run of sorts. But that would be perfect. And I think that the talk of WrestleMania would be the Tribal Chief, even if he were to lose both of them. But that's not what's going to happen. We got Roman versus Cody for the unified championships or the unified titles, which I've told Joey this, I can see them splitting them up again for some dumb reason and having 2 world champions, which doesn't make sense to me. But let's scroll down some more. Okay. Where are you, Sami? Where are you, Sami? He says, or scroll up, shall I say? Whoops. His logic is the same one? He mentions that WrestleMania 39 is already selling fast and without any matches announced, and this was a day before the Royal Rumble. So he's saying Triple H should take the booking of Mania lightly because the tickets are already sold. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He said that's not to suggest that Triple H should take the booking of Mania lightly because the tickets are already sold. But now it's playing with house money. So if this event is already selling off the shelves, so to speak, in air quotes, how much comfort do you have in that booking? And as of now, the only match that we know is going to happen is the one that I mentioned before, Roman and Cody. With Sami and Roman Reigns next week, that could potentially throw a wrench in the plan, but, That would be something interesting now, wouldn't it? What if Triple H decides to swerve us? What if we get babyface versus babyface? What if we get Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania? Who would you cheer for? You know what? I would absolutely love to see that. That would be, first of all, on a perspective of just looking at pure wrestling, that would be great. That would be AEW's version of CM Punk and Bryan Danielson. We would get a great wrestling match out of those two, out of Cody and Sami. That would be pretty damn good. I would love to see that. You know what? I kind of want to put this article down. I mean, shoot. You know, I side with my man, Mr. Franklin Steele. You know what? They should have booked it that way, damn it. Let's get Sami and Cody night 2 main event. Sorry, Roman. Damn it. We can't cut off the tribal chief. I'm sorry. I acknowledge you. I really do. I really do. And again, if you're listening to this, Roman, and you're this far in it, I have no idea how long this has been, but if you're this far listening to it, I go on tangents. You know, I'm the tyrant of tangents, me and Joey and I. And I rely upon him to keep me in bounds. Seeing that it's Super Bowl day, Super Bowl Sunday, I mean, I think that pun is incredibly accurate. But yes, I rely on my colleague to keep me in bounds because I can just go off the rails. And in this tangent, yes, I kind of threw you under the bus. We know it's not going to be booked that way, but can you guys imagine a babyface versus babyface WrestleMania 6-ish kind of main event for WrestleMania? Who would you guys cheer for? Who would you guys want to win? I don't know, man. Leave that in the comment section. You know what? I'm going to park the car right here because I'm going to be recording stuff on this microphone all damn day. And some of them you might hear on the channel. Others might just be sent to file 13, depending on how crazy it is. But you guys let me know if you agree with Mr. Franklin Steele in his argument that Sami Zayn should have won the Royal Rumble or been included in the Royal Rumble and should have main evented WrestleMania 39. You let me know, or let us know rather. Thanks for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for all the supporters who have. All the new supporters, welcome. And we promise you more content on the way. Thanks, guys.